Hey, what's going on everybody? JS Cards here, coming at you with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, and today we're going to be going over my Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade deck. This deck is really fun. I've been enjoying learning it better and playing it lately, so I thought I'd bring a profile for you guys. We double sleeved it too, so it is thick, but let's jump into the deck profile. Alright, so starting off with our Lyriluscs, we have 3 copies of Turquoise Warbler. Probably one of the best ones, that's why you want to play 3 of it. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if this card is special summoned from the hand, you can special summon a Lyrilusc monster from your hand or graveyard. After that, we play 2 copies of Cobalt Sparrow. This is kind of a searcher card, so if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 level 1 winged beast monster from your deck to your hand, and if you have an exceeds monster that has this card as material, it gains the effect that it cannot be targeted by your opponent's effects, which is pretty cool. And then I play 2 copies of Canary. This is one of the new ones. If this card is in your hand, you can target a Lyrilusc monster in your graveyard, special summon both this card and that monster. I also played 2 copies of the other new card, which is Wagtail. I've seen some builds that only play 1 of this, and that might be something I try out in the future. There are some cards that I do want to test a little bit more. But if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Lyrilusc spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. And if this card's in your graveyard, you can target 1 Lyrilusc Exceed monster you control and attach this card to it as material. So it's pretty good. I can understand why some people might think this is just kind of a solid one of, but I like it. 2 has been fine so far. I definitely don't think you need 3, but we'll see as testing goes if this changes at all. This is basically like version 1.0 of the deck. And then of course we have the 1 Sapphire Swallow. Overall though, I think the Lyrilusc lineup is pretty standard so far, nothing too crazy. It's been working out pretty good so far. Then for our Tri-Brigades, this is all pretty self-explanatory as well. I play, of course, 3 Fractal, 3 Nerval, 2 Karis, and 2 Kit. Of course, we play the 1 Barrier Statue and the Apex Avian as well. And then for our hand traps, at least for monster hand traps, 3 copies of Ash Blossom. So that is it for the monster lineup. Let's move on to the spells. Alright, so starting off, we have 3 copies of Bird Call. This card is really cool. I definitely enjoy this card. So you can take 1 Lyrilusc monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Then you can special summon 1 Lyrilusc monster with a different name from your hand. This card just helps you set up your plays, and it's definitely a card that was needed for the deck. I love the artwork too. You got all the different Lyriluscs on the artwork. Such a really cool card. Really enjoy it. And then the rest of the spells are basically solid one-of. So we have the 1 Tenki, basically your Fractal Searcher. And then we have the Tri-Brigade Rendezvous. We also have Monster Reborn, Called by the Grave, 1 for 1, Harpy's Feather Duster, and a Foolish Burial. I know some builds run Tactics, which definitely go for it. I have Tactics in another deck actually, but I mean, it's definitely something I wouldn't mind testing out. Some people even go the Crossout Designator route, which is honestly something I kind of want to try too. I don't think that card is like super good. I think, you know, when it first came out, everyone thought it was going to be amazing, or I don't know, but now it seems like not a whole lot of people are playing it. But I kind of do want to test out maybe a couple more hand traps in the main deck, just so I can take advantage of Crossout Designator as well. But yeah, I think overall this is going to work out, but we'll do some more testing. Then for our trap cards, I play 1 Imperial Order. This card's so unfair. We don't play that many spells, and I mean, sometimes just being able to activate Imperial Order is way more beneficial than using one of the spells anyways, or just use your spells first before you activate this. But this can definitely just win you games against certain decks. I really like it. Yeah, very unfair card. And then we have the 1 Tri-Brigade Revolt. Maybe I would bump this up to 2. I'm not sure yet. I think it's fine at 1, but I have seen a few lists where they do play 2, so that's kind of interesting, but we'll see how things go. And then we have 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. I mean, this is just a very solid hand trap and trap card in general, so... Plus, it's easier to get now from the structure deck, so if you guys do need a few copies, you know, maybe your locals or a store near you will have the structure decks available for a decent price. So that's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. Let's move on to the extra deck. The extra deck space is very tight, but this has been working out pretty good so far. So let's go through it. I play the 1 Recital Starling, the 1 Assembled Nightingale, and the newest one, the Ensemble Robin. So that is it for our Lyrilusc Exceed monsters. I think each one's pretty good. I know some people play 2 copies of the Recital Starling. I'm pretty sure I only have 1 copy. I cannot find a second copy anywhere. If I had a second one, maybe I'd test it out, but honestly, this has been fine. And then we have the Utopic package with number F0 Utopic Future and Utopic Draco Future. These cards are awesome. I like playing these in Phantom Knights, and when I saw that they worked with the Lyrilusc cards and everything as well, I was like, okay, let's test that out, and this is awesome. I really like these cards. And, of course, we play the big boy here. We do play 1 copy of Zeus. But then moving on to the Link monsters, we have Almirage. I originally had a Link Karibo in here, but I think Almirage is a little bit better. And then we have the double Dragon Lords. And for some of our Tri-Brigades, we have the Bear Broom, 1 Ferjit, 1 Tri-Brigade Rugal. I also have 1 Harpy Conductor along with some Morg. And then for our rank 4s, we have the Shureg and Appaloosa. So there you guys have it. That is my Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade deck. I've been really enjoying this deck. Like I said, it's really fun and versatile. It's been all about the birds lately because I'm still testing out and finishing up Fluanderies, which is another bird-based deck, and it's a lot different than this deck. This deck is, you know, a lot of special summoning using your extra deck, stuff like that. Fluanderies is all normal summoning, tribute summoning, that whole thing, and you hardly ever touch your extra deck. So it's 2 different decks, but they're all these really cool bird cards, and they're both really powerful in their own way, so I've been enjoying that. I'm sure you guys will get a profile soon, so I've been having fun with these bird decks lately. I don't know what it's been, but yeah, these cards are awesome. So let me know what you think of this deck down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed it, let me know. Also, stay tuned for more Yu-Gi-Oh! News and deck profiles coming in the future. Take care, guys. Peace out, and have a good one.